Welcome to my channel. Today we are talking about the map of Endless Y. This is an interactive choose-your-own-adventure story that takes place entirely on this little strip of map here. You move your character by asking why things are the way they are. And if the question is genuine enough, the map will reveal its path to you. But even then, it's still up to you whether or not you want to follow through with it. I love the whimsy and creativity on display here. The writing is strong and the art is beautiful, but it's also just such a great lesson in curiosity and perseverance. It's for kids, but I think adults can get a lot out of it too. It's been played professionally, played casually. Let's take a look. This game is meant to be experienced firsthand, so I don't want to spoil too much, but the premise is simple. Your character is this kid who stumbles upon this magical map in their attic. The map leads to the source of all knowledge and understanding, but it only reveals its path when you ask a genuine question and persevere to find the answer. For example, to leave the house, your character wants to go through this door, but it's locked. And there's nothing around except this loose floorboard here. So you might wonder, why is this floorboard loose? Well, the map tells you that it's loose because there's a worm underneath eating the wood. Okay, that explains it. So now the question is, how do we get past the door? That's where perseverance comes in. If you ask why that door is locked, the map will tell you that it's locked because of a key in the lock. And you could give up right there, end the story, and decide that it's not worth figuring out. Or you could ask, what would happen if you removed the key from the lock? Then the map will show you that the door opens. Great! So now you know that the door opens if the key is removed from the lock. The next step is figuring out how to remove the key from the lock, which involves removing the floorboard, defeating the worm, and retrieving the key from the hole in the floor. The map is pretty straightforward about what it wants from you. It wants you to ask questions and keep asking until you get the answers that you need. And when you do that, it rewards you with more information and the ability to move forward. What I like about this setup is that it acknowledges the discouraging nature of unanswered questions and uncertainty, but it doesn't let that discourage you. In fact, it encourages you to lean into the ambiguity and make something of it. The world of the map is dangerous, but it's also full of opportunity and possibility. There's a lot to discover and learn, but it's up to you to find it. You have to explore and experiment, try different things, and see what happens. That's where the real adventure is, to cross this chasm. For example, there's a bunch of different ways you could go about doing it. You could ask why the rock is UNT on the other side of the gap and work backwards from there. You could search for another route around the outside. You could throw something into the gap and see if you can fish the rock out. You could pull on the rope attached to the rock to see what happens. You could spend hours trying to jump over the gap. There's all kinds of different ways to approach this problem. And the beauty of the map is that it allows you to try whatever you want. If you jump into the gap and break your leg, well, you didn't ask a genuine question, so the map doesn't tell you what happens. But if you ask why the rock won't move, then the map will tell you that it's because it's balanced on a fulcrum. From there, you can figure out how to build a bridge using levers and pulleys. And once you do, the map will update to reflect your progress. There's something really satisfying about that. It's a nice feeling when you finally figure something out after struggling with it for a while. But it's even better when that struggle actually changes the world around you. When you use a lever to move the rock, the map changes to show you the new path forward. You can see the results of your actions in the world around you, and that makes you feel like you're actually accomplishing something. It's the same thing when you meet new characters or solve puzzles. Every interaction and every choice you make moves you closer to your goal. The map is always changing and evolving, and that keeps you engaged and excited to see what's next. It's a great reminder that change is good and that we should embrace it. This rhyming creature is guarding a key that you need to move forward. But he's really shy, so he won't talk to you unless you make him. And the only way to do that is by reciting a poem in iambic pentameter. Now that's quite the challenge, but it's also an opportunity to learn something new and interesting. So you might ask, why do I need to say it like that? Well, the map tells you that it's because that's how he learned it. He says that he used to speak freely, but when he started reading books written in meter, his speech changed to match the rhythm of the words on the page. You could give up at that point, but where's the fun in that? Instead, you could ask why he stopped speaking like that. Then the map would tell you that it's because he started reading books written in meter. And from there, you could ask, what does meter mean? And the map would tell you that meter is a rhythmic pattern of stressed and unstressed syllables that creates a particular effect or feeling in poetry. Then you could ask what kind of effect or feeling does it create? And the map would tell you that it creates a musical effect that is pleasing to the ear, and that it can also emphasize certain words or ideas. Then you could ask, how do I write a poem in meter? And the map would tell you that you start with a topic or idea and then choose a meter to express it. Then you arrange your words according to the pattern of stressed and unstressed syllables and repeat until you have a complete poem. And voila! You've just written a poem in iambic pentameter. By asking the right questions, you are able to unlock a new piece of knowledge and make progress toward your goal. It is a great reminder that learning new things is possible, and that anyone can do it if they are willing to put in the effort. These cave paintings are too faded to understand without some context. So you might wonder, why did they use these colors? Well, the map tells you that it is because red ochre was used to represent blood and other body fluids, while yellow ochre was used to represent the sun or other celestial bodies. And blue was used to represent the sky or the ocean. From there, you could ask, what does this symbol mean? Well, the map tells you that it represents a human figure, specifically a male figure based on the size and shape of the hips and the presence of a spear. And you can continue to ask questions and uncover the meaning of the rest of the symbols and the story behind the painting. You can learn about the people who painted it, their culture and way of life, their beliefs and values, and the challenges they faced. You could also learn about the animals and plants that they hunted and gathered, the tools they used, and the weapons they wielded. You could learn about their rituals and ceremonies, their myths and legends, their hopes and dreams. You could learn so much from these ancient cave paintings. But it is up to you to ask the right questions and put in the work to decipher the patterns and make sense of the symbols. But the more you learn, the more you'll be able to see and understand. And the more you'll appreciate the beauty and complexity of this ancient artwork. That's what I love about the map of Endless Why. It's a reminder that knowledge is power and that understanding is everything. It's a celebration of curiosity and a testament to the power of questions. It's a source of endless wonder and possibility, and I highly recommend checking it out. Thank you for watching, and let me know what you think.